Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a new video talking about the new changelog and the new information for the new patch for version 1.4 of Farming Simulator 25. So as you guys know, there's been issues with performance and this and that and stability and all these other things for some people playing the game. I think I haven't had any issues, just to be honest. I'm not saying you guys aren't, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm saying, and nor am I saying the game is perfect. It definitely needs some updates. So I'm excited to see another update rolling out for us. So yeah, we're going to talk about some of the different changes and things. I think that there is, on the changelog list, the fixes and changes and improvements and changes and the new additions, this is definitely a smaller list. However, I think some of these are going to be a bigger deal, and I think overall this is going to have a much greater impact on performance and on how you guys play the game than changelog 1.3. So yeah, it says patch 1.4 for Farming Simulator 25 is now available to download on PC and consoles. Find out what improvements are included in the changelog below. Please note, the patch is being rolled out across all platforms. It can take some time until the update becomes available on your system. Crossplay services may be affected in the meantime, so just be aware of that. There might be some issues with, trying to play crossplay with your friends, something like that, while they're trying to get this update out. And also, please note, as with all major updates, you may experience stuttering on the first game launch after updating, especially when using mods or custom graphics settings due to shaders being recompiled. And I will actually demonstrate this. A lot of people don't know what that is or what I'm talking about. I'll show you guys what that is here in a second when we get to go launch into the game. So I'll show that off. But anyhow, and I'm going to read the changelog off. There's not as much to read. I know if you guys watched my other video, it seemed like I was just reading a book to you. There's definitely not as much, and there's some things in here that are going to be pretty big. And some of these fixes and changes or improvements and changes, I will go in the game and we'll show those off as well. So it says improvements and changes, major improvements towards game stability, improved performance for various foliage types, various improvements for field AI workers, various improvements for go-to AI workers, various localization fixes and improvements, various visual adjustments on several machines, improved advanced graphic settings menu, improved check to fill water trailers on smaller water sources, improved forestry mulchers removing stumps, improved guidance steering line visualization, improved wave simulation on rice fields. Now we move on to fixes and changes. It says allowing starting the game with some GPUs again that only support DirectX 12 feature a level 11, such as like GeForce 700 series. Then it does go on to say, note that this is below the official minimum specifications and performance and stability may not be ideal. This was something that they had done where they had locked out, basically, if you didn't have a GPU that supported the game and was basically didn't meet the minimum specifications that they had for Farming Simulator 25, they didn't allow the game to run on your computer, which, I mean, I get it, because they're trying to prevent people from having issues and then complaining to them about it, because, well, if you buy Farming Simulator 25, then you try to run it on a computer that's not designed to support that because it doesn't meet the minimum specifications, then I could see why Giants would try to not allow that to happen, because then you might be upset that your game doesn't run when it's actually your fault. So just be aware of that. But glad it's fixed. So maybe you have a older school machine that could actually run it. So yeah, kind of cool. But anyhow, disabled the poplar being destructed when driving over it. Fixed gone but not forgotten achievement, selling 40 cotton bales, not saving progress properly. Fixed trailer fill limit reached icon for trailers not reliably showing for clients. Fixed beetroots displayed on belt systems. Fixed clip distance mismatch on the large windmill. Fixed color selection on Geringhoff headers. Fixed cut ravaged trees created by Twister not being saved properly. Fixed deletion of weeds with dynamic husbandries. Fixed effect particles being displayed too dark in certain scenarios. Fixed guidance steering working with on Agrio Dino 2. Fixed landscaping delay. Fixed mission deadwood trees being sometimes outside the map border. Fixed mission, that's kind of inconvenient. Fixed mission planting soybeans, spawning with incompatible machinery. Fixed mission for field work not progressing in some cases. Fixed mod filter for crossplay refreshing in the mod's overview. Fixed terrain paintbrush not having the option to switch to round shape. I noticed that the other day. Fixed texture flickering issue on the sunflower silo. Fixed various placeables with configurable solar panels not having income. Fixed various weeders, wheels, and destroying crops. Sorry, a lot of W's in there. Fixed winch sink with more than 3 trees attached. Increased fill speed from the larger water tank. Increased height of sawmill unloading triggers to support higher trailers. limited the amount of straw buffered in combines to avoid large heaps when leaving blocked area. Removed lime station pipe collision to support high trailers. Tweaked the steering sensitivity for game pads introduced with 1.3 and increased available settings range. So now you can actually change the settings. So you might be able to go back to a more normal steering if you had noticed that, which is kind of neat. And then for new additions, there's a few on here we'll talk about. Modding, it says added shallow water simulation, placeable specialization to allow for simulated water and placeables, which is great. And then there's additional note for console players. We're continuing to work on further console-related issues to improve stability and performance. You may expect additional patches and game updates in the coming time. So if you're still having issues, please report it to Giants. That way they know what's going on and what issues you're having. That way they can make the game better for you and for everyone else. So please report issues if you have them. I'll leave a link down below if I can find the report page. That way, if I remember to put it in, I guess I should say. That way you guys can report any issues you're still having after the update. But let's go ahead and jump into the game and take a look at some of the new additions and maybe some of these changes here. All right, now that we've loaded into the game, one of the things that was changed is in the advanced settings option. So let's go here and just take a look. It says they improved it. I don't see anything. Oh, here we gotta go down to advanced. There we go. Okay, let's see. Are these improved? No. Foliage, why was that set down there? I usually have that all the way cranked. Maybe that was as high as it go. I feel like 200%. I feel like there's nothing different in here. I could be wrong. Let me know if there's any differences that you guys have noticed. I don't see anything that's crazy. Maybe they just improved the layout of it. I don't know. It could be. Hopefully all my settings are still pretty much the highest they should be. That's where they should be. But anyhow, okay. All right. I'm not sure if there's anything major that's different in there. Yeah, we'll save our settings. Sure. Why not? We'll let it reload there. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and load in the game and take a look at some of the other things here. All right, so I loaded into my stream save. I'm not going to save my progress on here, but that's why there's a farm on here. The reason is there's a couple things I think it'll be easier to take a look at on here. But anytime you load into a game after, or Farming Simulator 25 after an update, just go in the build mode. This works especially well if you're on consoles, and you're going to see just this. Actually, it's not too bad right now. Maybe if I go a little bit closer, you should get some more like stuttering. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. It's stuttering. Well, it's not even anything stuttering right now. Seems to be fine, but you need to fly around the map. Of course, it's not going to do it for me. Let me go into flight mode and see if this can demonstrate a little bit better. Because you usually get a little bit of stuttering, so you need to fill up the shader cache. But I'm actually not having any issues right now. There we go. See some of that little stuttering? There we go. Normally it's a lot worse, but what you want to do is just, if you're on PC, just go into flight mode. Fly around whatever map you're on. What do we got going on down here? Nice. But anyhow, yeah, just fly around the map that you're on. Or if you're on console, go into build mode and try to fly around a bit. But you just want to fill up that shader cache. That way everything is good there. But it actually doesn't seem to be too bad. So, yeah. All right, one thing that said was improved as well was the wave simulation on rice fields. So let's see if it looks any different or better. And that to me looks the same. How far is that going to go? I guess is the question. If it kind of fades out, that'll be kind of nice. I think in the past it would just, that big... Yeah, it still seems... I'm still not a huge fan of it. I don't know if it's that improved. It looks a little bit better actually behind us. I think it needs to fade out a little bit quicker maybe. Well, that looks really nice there on that level. I don't know. I think it's definitely better. It's definitely different. But I don't know if it's all the way there or not. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. I think that some of the, like, the really swoopy waves that you can make by doing turns like that might be a little bit odd. But I've also never driven through a rice field, so I don't really necessarily know how, like, water this flat and unaffected by the world around it would actually behave. So, who knows? But anyhow, that is one of the differences that was made. So, there you are. Another thing they said they improved is guidance during line visualization, which that's, I mean, to me, the one thing I noticed, but did it do it before? Did it go over top of things on the ground? See, now I'm trying to look for changes. I don't even know if I'm seeing the change or not, but this is what it looks like for me, at least right now, after the update, so just be aware of that. It still looks good. I don't have any issues with it. Sure, for contract. Oh, I must have just finished. I did just finish the contract. Go figure. But yeah, I don't notice anything major different with it. But I don't know. Maybe it is changed a little bit. Let me know what you guys notice again with it down below. All right, one of the things I'm actually the most excited about is going to be that the stump grinder should remove these massive stumps now. If you remember from watching my series on here, I have several massive stumps that I can't get any more than just what I have right here removed. So let's try to actually get this guy removed here. Look at that. It's gone. It's gone. Let's try this one over here that I haven't even touched yet. That was fantastic. That removed that thing, no problem. Scoop. Nope, not backwards. Need to go a little further forward. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. Maybe I just got to catch it right. It's definitely improved because I couldn't get that other one out there, but... yeah, I'm not having issues getting this one. It's on land I own. There's should be no issues like that. Huh. Yeah, can't seem to get rid of this one right here. Huh. Well, hopefully they fix it more, I guess. I mean, that's a little bit of a bummer. I was really excited about that changelog there. Let's go find another tree stump just to make sure it's not just this tree stump that has the issue. Let's try it on this one right here. This one I know is another large one. This one's going better already. Yep, still not getting it. Anyhow, well, I haven't tried. I mean, I also haven't tried, like, I know obviously there's other, like, forestry mulchers and stuff out there, so this one seems to still be having a little bit of issues. I haven't tried one of the mulchers themselves, but the stump cutter itself doesn't seem to be doing it. It could be just an issue with the stump cutter, so anyhow, maybe just try to stick to the mulchers if you can, but yeah, that's kind of a bummer, I'll be honest. All right, new additions. They should have Massey Ferguson branded stuff in here. Let's see if we can find it in here. Nope, I'm not seeing it in there. Where is it at? Oh, there it was, right there. Oh, maybe it's just this right here. It says, again, Massey Ferguson Prime, Twine, and Net Wrap Plus are now available as branded consumables. I thought Twine would be in here as well. It should have been, right? So yeah, square baler Twine. They said Twine. So why am I not, unless I missed it somehow? Yeah, I'm not seeing it in here. Interesting. Well, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe something else is going on, but at least they added Massey Ferguson in there for that. All right, it says JD wheel support for Ground King and TM 1000 wheels. Now, I've had some issues figuring out exactly what these are. Google helped me a little bit. Didn't help me with Ground King, but we'll maybe take a look. But the Trailerborg, you can see these are the TM 1000 wheels by Trailerborg, and so now I'm assuming that you couldn't before, but maybe you can now add weights on them. So there you go. That's kind of nice if you can do that now. But I don't know what the Ground King one is or what brand is associated with that. I haven't been able to really see on there. I don't know if it's specific to this tractor either. It could be in a different tractor as well. I looked through a couple of different tractors, but anyhow, it did fix some of the wheel weight configurations for John Deere. And then there is the thing that says in new additions, graphic setting control of foliage LOD distance or loading distance to allow larger foliage view distances without hurting the performance too much. I obviously cranked it up to the max setting. I'm wondering if it was at the max setting before, and it now actually has just a higher setting. But as you can see, the trees, at least in the far distance, they render in sooner than they did before. I still hate that we have the ring, and eventually someday hopefully we don't have that ring, but it doesn't look awful. If you're a little closer to the ground, you can see things seem to be loading in pretty good. But yeah, like that doesn't look, as you're doing like a flyover, like that foliage doesn't look good there. So I don't know. I'm assuming they aren't lying about improving it. So hopefully it just gets more improvements in the future. But yeah, I guess that kind of is what it is for that. But yeah. All right, last thing, it says visible check mark to download mods in the mods overview. So let's go ahead and, oh, look at that. I like that. So now we know what we have downloaded, because before you come in here and like I have this downloaded, you couldn't tell until you went into the menu to see if it was actually downloaded or not. But now if we hit install, we still have this down here where we can load that up. That's all. That now that's changed. But then once this is installed, I'm assuming it's going to give me a little check mark. Oh, didn't right there. Maybe. I don't see it yet. Maybe I have to come out of the mods and go back in. Let's see if we did that. Yep, there we go. Just got to come out of the mods, come back in, and then puts that check mark there. So at least you know what you have already installed, which is pretty cool. Do you like that? Anyhow, that's what I got for you guys. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel. And make sure you guys turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.